How's it going, guys? My name's AJ Akpodiete, but you can call me AJ for short, and I'm back with another video.
Hi.
Actually, this one is a whole new series. Welcome to Thinking Out Loud, the series where I talk about my thoughts, whether that be on faith or music or just life, anything in general, taking the place of my old Thoughtful Thursday videos. You know, it's brand new, it's fresh, it's different, it's the new thing. I wanted to start off this series with something really meaningful, something really good, and you know, anyone who knows me personally knows that the probably like the most important thing, like to me, and like probably the driving force for my life and most of the decisions that I make is my faith and what I believe. And I actually go to a Christian school. I put the Christian in air quotes because it's Christian, but it's like it's Christian. You know what I mean. One of the requirements that my school has is that everyone is required to take a class called Religion 100. It used to be called Intro to Christianity. And so every teacher who taught the class, you know, some being Christian and some not, they'd come at it with different angles. And they have sort of a different theme, I guess, to the class. And my particular teacher, the theme kind of, as we were getting towards the middle and end of the semester, this was like back when I was a freshman, it was, what does it mean to be Christian? And a lot of people had different answers and different perspectives, naturally, because not everyone in the class was Christian, so everyone's going to have a different perspective on what that means. This question, these thoughts kind of came back into my mind a couple days ago, and I figured that this would probably be a good way to start off this series, talk about what being Christian means to me. Because, I mean, I feel like a lot of people have different definitions for it, and I'm not trying to say that this is the totality of what Christianity is, but I at least want to kind of give a picture, sort of like a miniature metaphor for what it is, at least to me, and kind of like how I look at certain things about it. You know, and I think a good thing to do would be to look at, well, who are the first Christians, you know? Hi, Ethan.
Hi.
I don't know whether or not they can see you, Ethan.
Oh. My name's Ethan. I'm his brother.
Good job, Ethan. So I think it would be good for us to look at who are the first Christians. And I guess the best thing that you could say would be that they were, well, the disciples of Jesus. In John chapter 1 of the Bible, Jesus' cousin tells his two disciples about who Jesus is. And they run after him and they ask him where he's staying. And so Jesus invites them to come and spend the rest of the day with him. He says, "Come and you will see." And then one of them's named Andrew, and he does something interesting. You know, he spends this time with Jesus, he accepts his invitation, and then he goes to his brother Simon and he invites him to come along too and come and see like what this Jesus guy is all about. You know, first he accepts this invitation to come and spend time with Jesus, and then he becomes an invitation. And it's crazy because I never thought about it like this, but a couple weeks ago in church, the pastor was preaching a message called Come and See, and one of the points that he was talking about was come and see the God that invites me. And right after this story, there's another guy named Philip who Jesus invites to come and follow him. Philip invites his brother Nathaniel to also come and see Jesus, but then, you know, Nathaniel's kind of, you know, reluctant because, you know, Jesus is from like a poor like ghetto town, and he's like, it's not, you know, that I'm pretty sure you're not telling the truth. But then Philip just says, you know, come and see. He just extends the invitation, even though Nathaniel doesn't completely believe him, he still accepts the invitation. So you've got all these invitations flying out everywhere. People keep wanting everyone else to come and see what they're seeing. And little did they know that as they went to go and see what this Jesus guy was all about and spend more time with him, that he was inviting them on a journey where they would see things they never thought they would see. They would learn things they never thought they would learn, and they would experience like love and adventure and responsibility and all these crazy different things in ways that they never thought that they would. At the end of their journey for 3 years, Jesus then tells them, like they're the disciples, and Jesus says, go and make disciples, go and make learners, students of all nations. Like, go and invite other people onto this journey that you're on. What being Christian means to me is it's accepting the invitation. And people are still inviting others to come along this incredible journey that Jesus invited these same guys on back then. People are still inviting others into it now, and that's what this whole Christianity thing kind of is. It's a bunch of people trying to invite others to come alongside them along this big journey of following Jesus. And I keep doing the air quotes, I don't know why, and I keep stammering, and I hope that I'm saying these words in a way that makes sense, and someone could ask, well, what is this journey now? If we're not physically walking to a certain city that Jesus is going to, then what are we being invited to? And I look at the kind of person that Jesus is, and he was standing up for what is right. He was humble, putting others before himself, submitting to authority. And he was using the gifts and talents and skills that God's put inside of us to benefit other people, and to not live for yourself, but to live for others and to live for God. And this is an invitation that he sends out. And to me, when I remember when I accepted that invitation, I was kind of if this is true, if this is real, I want to give it a shot and see what it's all about. And I did, and my life has never been the same since. Those are my thoughts, and I hope that I communicated them in a way that makes sense. I'm not trying to paint a picture of the totality of everything that Christianity is, but I'm just kind of giving a metaphor or an idea of kind of what it means to me and how I look at my everyday life, and that's hopefully what I want to do with this series. It's when when there's certain thoughts going through my head, when there's certain things going on in my mind, some things aren't quite always capturable, but at least you can sometimes paint a picture to hopefully help people to understand and see a glimpse of what it really is. Did that make sense? I don't know if that made sense, but I hope it did. Plug of the week. I'm listening to a song called Plugged In by Lecrae and Zaytoven. It actually just came out last night, / this morning. It's really good. He agrees. He's heard it. My name's AJ Akpodiete, but you can call me AJ for short. I'm about to run out of memory on this camera, so I'll see you guys next time.